Hey, my little biscuits. Today's episode is sponsored by Switchcraft. Switchcraft is a match 3 game unlike any of its kind. You know, match 3 games can be fun. Definitely something I do in my downtime when I'm waiting in an office to be seen or at the airport traveling. But you know, match 3 games are all pretty much the same, all pretty boring until now. This one has a compelling storyline. I love it. It's very witchy, very mysterious. There's crystals, everything I love. My favorite part about Switchcraft is the diverse characters. There's literally 85 different characters of a variety of cultural backgrounds, as well as differently abled and LGBTQ plus characters. So that definitely sold me there. In Switchcraft, you take on the role of a witch at Pendle Hill, the world's top academy of witchcraft. Play your way through hundreds of enchanting match 3 levels, revealing a dark and winding mystery story. There's thousands of levels, so you'll never get bored. So girls, download Switchcraft for free and unlock the magical mystery. Hey, little biscuits, what the fuck's good?
Welcome back to Unfazed and Unbothered. If you're watching the video version, look at my mugshot t-shirt.
Very sexy.
I know you want to get it at www.tasia.shop.
Is that where I'm gonna have to get mine? Because bitch, you still ain't giving me one.
Yes, tasia.shop.
Okay,
Thank you, and
I'll
God
be
bless.
making my purchase right now, bitch.
It's the fact that I had to get Brendan to send me out a bigger one because my big old belly.
Well, girl, you have a bowling ball in there.
I do. Stars and Strikes called, and they want their bowling ball back. Wow.
Okay, so let's talk about, what's new, what's tea, what's good, what's gorgeous. What's going on with you this week, Tasia?
I have a lot going on. My vagina has been feeling like it's going to fall off for nearly 2 weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I've heard, that's just, the baby is getting ready to get out, but he needs to get the fuck out.
Right.
Because when I tell you that, I am literally, hurting, I mean it. I do. I literally, I never had this with Greenlee. I never had any pain at all. There was no signs of labor at all with her. Her big ass just wanted to stay in my stomach. But Princeton is just this has been such a different experience. It's been a lot easier of a pregnancy for me, but I'm feeling all of it. And so I got the whole waddle going on and all that shit. Mm-hmm. And it is what it is. And I wish a bitch would look at me when I'm out in public because yes, I am waddling. And how can I help you, Sarah? Because that's just where I'm at. And I'm fucking tired. And I can't, honestly, so how much more weeks do I have?
Three or four, right?
4 weeks. That's fucking crazy. So on Saturday, I'll be 36 weeks. So 37, 8, 9. Period. I'm so excited.
He needs to hurry up.
I'm so excited. He's going to be our, I think he might be our first guest appearance. What do you think? Maybe not our first.
Wow, Greenlee's gonna feel some type of way.
Well, Greenlee, we can't record with Greenlee here because Greenlee is a talker. So
girl, we need something to talk about. Greenlee would take the show and be like, "Here, bitch, is this what you need to do to get the views?"
So, or we're just gonna have to do one day where we have the babies here, but then we have somebody to take them after the first couple seconds. Hey, These are the bald-headed plankins. Okay, thank you, and God bless y'all. Leave, abort. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Where are you at, Queen?
This week, what's new? Not a whole fucking lot. I have now been back home from LA for a week and a half, 2 weeks almost, give or take. I am miserable here. I hate it.
Yeah.
It's just not for me. It's so crazy because I lived here my whole life. But being out in LA, I don't know, this past week I've just been thinking a lot. But just been really thinking about my future and what I want and where I want to go. And it's just not here,
Yeah. And that's okay. A lot of people for some people, they have to stay in the environment that they grew up in. And then for some people, they have to move, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't think that I would be comfortable moving away because I've been here all my life. But also, a difference of scenery for me is moving counties, and that's good for me.
And see, that's totally fine. For me, going out there and see, the difference of the people, and I wasn't staying in the nicest of areas, so it wasn't I was oh yeah, I just gotta see all the celebs, I want to be just like them. No,
yeah,
just the lifestyle, not necessarily the luxury, but like everyone's just so happy-go-lucky out there. Everyone's just like for themselves. Everyone is just like, it seems at least like they're just very like chill and like content. And out here, like I feel like there's just too much fucking going on. And there's so many distractions for me out here. Like I hang out with my friends way too much. Love my girlies, but like when I was in LA, I didn't have that luxury. So I was doing nothing but working on music, writing, walking, getting my steps in. And now I've came home and like it's fucking rained almost every fucking day. And so I can't go walk. I was getting like fucking 20,000 steps a day according to my health app on my iPhone. I was walking everywhere. And here, like, my steps have went back down to like 6,000, 7,000. And I'm like, girl, I can't do this. I want to be moving. I want to get out and do things. And so, yeah, this past week, I've just really been thinking about my house, where I'm at, how I don't want to be there anymore. And just like, I'm excited for the future. Like, I feel like the next few months are going to be very telling. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I could really use a massage, though.
Me too. I want a massage so bad.
Yeah, girl, I really
But
need one.
I think I like how you said you spend too much time with friends, because Greenlee's been at my mom's house for the past couple of days because, you know, me and Cam have stated this, I think, in the other 2 episodes too, that we've done today. Like, we're binge recording. And so it's hard to record with Greenlee here. So she's been at my mom's. And I was sitting and thinking, like, because I've had a lot of time after we film, like I have a lot of time to like think. And I'm like, it's crazy to me that like I don't hang out with anybody. Like literally.
That sounds so peaceful.
No, it is peaceful. And so when Greenlee's here, you know, it's just me and her. And when she's not here, it's just me. And then, you know, my husband when he gets home from work. But like I don't have friends. And like, you know, obviously I've tried to venture out and the people are just not it for me. Like, for example, a lot of times people hit me up and they'll be like, hey, you know, they want our kids to play together and their kids are mean as fuck to Greenlee. And so first of all, I'm a strong believer in your babies are not, we've had this conversation the other day. Babies are not mean for no reason.
They're learning it from somewhere.
They're learning it. And if you're a parent and you allow your child to bully other kids or like snatch their shit and choke them and hit them, like,
you're not teaching them right.
Yeah, that's not okay, because Greenlee would never do that. She wouldn't do that to a kid. And even if she did, she would be in trouble.
Yeah.
So I would be teaching her. But like, I've just been like, anytime that I've hung out with friends, quote unquote friends, and their kids are mean. And I'm like, I don't even want to hang out with y'all anymore. Like, you are the one hitting me up wanting to hang out with your kids. You want our kids to hang out. And then your kid doesn't want to be here and is bullying my kid the whole time. Like, y'all can leave.
And you're not saying nothing.
And you're not saying anything. Like, this happened a few weeks ago. And like,
girl, get your shithead kid.
Yeah. And my husband was like, that's not normal. And it's not normal. Like, if you come over my house and your child is bullying my child and being mean, and every time Greenlee has a toy is stealing it, and like, that's so confusing for Greenlee. And it hurts my feelings because Greenlee doesn't get any kid interaction unless she goes to my mom's. And she's so excited and eager and like friendly, and she wants to play, and she'll be like, come on. Like, she wants to show you all her stuff. And it hurts my feelings when kids are mean. I'm like, why are you so fucking mean? And so anyways, with that being said, I just don't hang out with anybody. And me and Greenlee are just 2 peas in a pod.
You know what's funny though? You being a Pisces, I think that's a Pisces thing, because all 4 of my bestie Pisces, all 4 of you tell me I'm your only friend. And y'all don't hang out with other people.
Yeah.
All 4 of you do not hang out with other people, except for me.
Well, and I really think, you know, you've known my experiences. I've just had really bad experiences with friends.
Yeah.
And after I got out of prison and, you know, having Greenlee and just being a mom and stuff, I promised myself that I wouldn't tolerate the things that I used to.
That's why I love our friendship, and I love my friendships with my other Pisces friends, because I feel like we are kind of yin and yang, because y'all teach me lessons and vice versa. And that is something that all 4 of you have put into perspective for me, because I've always been very forgiving. I've been too forgiving. I spread myself very thin, and give people so many chances shouldn't do that. Because I too have had so many shitty experiences, but unfortunately, I still was remaining friends with most of those people. But this past year, I've really limited who I give my time to and how much of my time I give to them, and the setting of what we're doing. So that is definitely something that I can appreciate from y'all, because y'all are very much like, you show me your true colors, I'm not really fucking with you. And me, I'm just like, oh, people change. Like, I'm just gonna wait it out. I'm just gonna wait it out. No, bitch, they showed you their true colors. Deuces, let them go. Wow.
I think we're going to take a short little break and we're going to be right back.
Sounds
okay.
fucking phenomenal.
BRB bitches.
Hey, my little biscuits. Today's episode is sponsored by Switchcraft. Switchcraft is a match 3 game unlike any of its kind. I play match 3 games when I need to kill some time, if I'm waiting in an office to be seen, if I'm traveling at the airport. But they're all pretty much the same, all kind of the same concept. But this one has a storyline. It's pretty compelling. There's crystals, there's witches, there's mystery, everything I love. My favorite part about Switchcraft is the characters. There's 85 different characters. It's so diverse, so progressive. There are characters from all different walks of life, differently abled and LGBTQ plus characters. So that is so beautiful to me. It all starts with the disappearance of your bestie. Now it's up to you to unravel the mystery of her disappearance using your magical match 3 skills. Along the way, you'll find unique characters, a gripping story, and even a little romance. The best part is that your choices in the game determine the outcome of the story. You're in the driver's seat. So girls, download Switchcraft for free and unlock the magical mystery.
I guess this week's episode is really just going to be over like boundaries and like certain friendships. Even though you, like you were saying before we went on break, you were saying that we teach you things and because you tolerate things you shouldn't. There are times where I still will catch myself tolerating certain people. Like, for example, not going to put any names on it, but the situation that I was talking about with the child and the mom not doing anything. I've given her multiple chances. And like, sometimes like I feel bad for people because they don't have the support that I do, or they're doing it by themselves. And so it can be hard. But like, regardless of the situation, babies they only know to do wrong. You have to teach them to do right.
Yes.
But when you're willingly allowing your child to misbehave and treat other humans and babies like shit, that's not okay. And that's something that like I just can't tolerate.
They'll hold on to that and grow up being a shitty person.
Yeah, like what? It's embarrassing. And so I have not hung out with her since then because she was not punishing her child and just allowing it to happen. Like, no. If that was Greenlee, she would be in timeout and there would be no more playing, period. And it just bothered me. But like also my husband puts things into perspective for me. He's like, you have got to fucking stop tolerating that or making excuses for people because that's not normal.
Yeah, but even so, even when you guys are like giving people chances, I feel like the way y'all do it is different. Like people have screwed me over and been shitty to me, and the next day I'm eating lunch with them.
Oh yeah.
You'll be like, y'all will take a break from people and kind of like give them their space to grow and do a little better and maybe
hope for the best.
And then you give them another chance, and then they show their true colors again, and then you kind of like nip it in the bud. But me, I have allowed people to walk all over me, and then the next day I'm picking them up and like taking them somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that is something that over the past, like, especially like growing a platform, you really see people and who they really are, and people just start getting fucking weird. And that's when I really started not tolerating the shit that I was before, because like I have too much going for me to be letting people treat me like I'm less than or walk all over me or taking advantage of my kindness and my generosity. And so like I really have kind of emulated y'all's that way of thinking from you guys, seeing it firsthand from y'all.
But I also feel too like in a friendship, like maybe this is going to come across wrong, but like I feel like you have to prove yourself in a friendship.
Yes.
Like it should be like a mutual thing, like a good relationship, being there for each other, event wise, and just like treating each other like with respect, and understanding boundaries, not crossing them, not taking advantage. And I just feel like the older I've gotten, and maybe it's because I'm a mom, and so I just expect more for myself and for my life and my family. But I used to not care at all. And you have to be very mindful. Like red flags in relationships, it's a thing for friendships as well. Like,
oh, yes.
You have to really be mindful because some people are just bored and they just they want people to tolerate them and vice versa. But like friendships mean more to me than that. Like majority of the friendships that I have, they're not friends anymore. Like they're in my family. Like it's a different kind of friendship. And then you have other friendships it's just like, oh, okay, I'm your friend and then bye. Like I'm not like that. I am very mindful of the people that I have in my life, and those people mean a lot to me. So it's hard for me to understand meeting new people and like the wishy-washy shit. Like I don't have time for that. Like I'm too grown, especially when there's kids involved. Like I'm a strong believer in like who's around your kids are very important because kids get really attached. And like Greenlee's a lover. She loves people. And so
damn.
Yeah, she does. She loves people and she just loves to talk. And so for me, if I have you around and then like you stop talking to us for a few weeks and then you just want to come around when it's convenient for you, that's not fair to my child,
Mm-mm.
And so that's why literally I tell you all the time, like, you're my only friend.
But it's true. Like, you have to prove yourself in a friendship. And that's a good point because I think that has been the biggest challenge for me in my friendships is I've always been like, I'm a fire sign. I'm very passionate. I'm very loyal. And I will go up to bat for if I'm spending time with you, bitch, I will take a bullet for you. Just know that. And I've noticed that is almost never reciprocated. That's why I think our friendship works because you get it. We've both been there for each other in dark times. Like other friends, I've noticed that like I've been there for them time and time again. I've given them great advice. I've done them favors. I've taken them to and fro. And then I come into a point where like I need some help. I need someone to listen. I need someone, my car's broken down. I need someone to take me here. Or I'm dealing with this problem that I helped you out once upon a time. And I'm never going to ask somebody for help. But you see people's true colors and it's like, I offered all this help and I was here emotionally, mentally, financially for people. And then when, everyone has their ups and downs. And so it's very telling when you're going through like a rough patch how people who's really there for you. And so I end up getting like kind of spiteful because I've been in like weird places in my life and it's crazy that like I've showed out for so many people and then when I'm like dying mentally there's hardly anybody there. And so then it creates this like bitterness inside of me because I'm like, well, fuck that person. They're not a good friend. And then it creates this tension between us. And then it just like, we start going tit for tat. And then it just like, I've noticed that pattern with a lot of friends. Like it's just my expectations because I hold myself to a higher standard. I'm like, I try to be there emotionally for even people I'm not even friends with, like my followers. They'll message me and like, I can't reply to every single message, but there's times like I'll read something and I'm like, I'll send a fucking Harry Potter novel to them. And I just try to always be there for people. And so when I'm there for somebody so many times and they're not, I'm like, wow, I feel like you don't know what loyalty is. And that to me is huge, loyalty. And like, that's a big thing to me. Like, if you're not going to show up for me, then like, what are we doing? Like, I'm here for you, be here for me, But boundaries are so important and understanding like your friends' feelings and like where they're coming from is important. And just like having candid conversations. Like we've been very transparent with each other, like when we've been upset about something and like there's never any hard feelings because at the end of the day, like I know you're like a rock for me. You're going to be there regardless. Like, yeah, we might get in a little tiff, whatever, cool. But I can count on you. Like if I was going through something major, I could call up Tasia. I could call up Ariana. I could call Trent. I call these people. But like there's a lot of people that I've had to like cut out of my life because they're not there for me when I need them.
Yeah.
But
That was very good, friend.
Yeah, girl.
Very well said.
Should we go on another break?
Absolutely.
Period.
Period. Thank you and God bless you.
We are back again, unfazed and unbothered.
So considering we're talking about, friendships and boundaries, like we were recently talking about an experience you had in a certain place with a certain person. So why don't you share on that? Because that's important.
Okay, well, I've actually had that experience several times, like even when I lived in this house of several roommates. You kind of, I've always, like I said before, I've always been there for people, and I try to accommodate. I try to be fair. I try to check in with everybody, make sure everyone's feeling right, the vibe is good. And, when you're that type of person and you're a yes man, people take advantage of that, unfortunately. And like, there's been many times I'll be like, hey, like, are you hungry? Like, here, have some of this. And then it turns into them, like, that opens the door for them to just like eat all your fucking food, help themselves to all your shit. And it's like, okay, like, and I try not to be confrontational. So like, I'm not going to be like, what the fuck are you doing using my shampoo? Like, but it's funny to see how many people will take advantage. So now, like, I won't even really address it. I'll just cut you out of my life. Like, I'll just stop fucking with you. Like, I'm not going to spend my time around you if I feel like I'm being taken advantage of, which unfortunately so many people do. I don't understand it. Like, you should really be mindful of, if someone's giving you their time, if somebody is being there for you, like, don't take advantage of that. Like, you never know when they could turn their back on you. You never know when, like, they're at their turning point with you because you're just like, take, never give. So
it's like when we first started the podcast and like people that know me or that I was like kind of like on speaking terms with, not like really like we hang out every day. They're like, hey, can you like promote me on your podcast?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
No congratulations. No.
Right.
Like, what the, who
have you listened to it?
Like, the audacity. Like, people are all about themselves.
Yes.
They don't care it's called like a doggy dog world. Like,
well, everyone's got this thing called spotlight syndrome where they think that the world revolves around them. And especially, it's funny, especially people who are in our world, like influencers or celebrities.
That's why I'm not
people who own brands.
I'm not friends with people on the internet.
Yeah, I
don't link up with influencers. Like,
yeah.
I might think you're funny and I'm going to follow you, but am I going to make plans to like meet up with you? No.
See, I would. For me, I love to. I think again, everything is what you make of it, and like, of course, like going into friendships, being on the internet, like I have. Became friends with a lot of other influencers, other people on the internet, and it has its pros and cons. So it's all really about what you make of it. Like, of course, I've learned firsthand not to just trust people you meet on the internet because they have a following. I've learned that lesson hard last year. But I do think for me, I enjoy being around like-minded people.
Yeah.
So that's why like going to LA was so amazing to me, because here, outside of you, all my other friends, well, you and Trent, all my other friends are like, just my regular small town friends. And so I love them to death, but they're not like on the same page with, as I am, like wanting to create, wanting to go out. So like, I need people to take pictures of me. So I need other creative friends. It's like, I take pics of you, you take pics of me, And so like, that's why I do enjoy having other influencer friends.
Now, I will say that like, for example, I see a lot of influencers, they're just friends with each other just because they are influencers. But for me, like, there's one person, well, there's actually two people maybe that like I talk to on a regular basis from social media that like, yes, I would genuinely hang out with them. But did I feel like that at first? No, it took talking for weeks and stuff to really understand that, these people, they're nice people. But I've also, like I said, my guard is always up because of the past experiences that I've had. But usually I can always tell, like, and especially now. But there's a girl, she's on TikTok. Her name's Aaliyah, and she's very, very sweet. She's a mom, and I think she's engaged, but like she's very, very nice. I talk to her on like a regular basis because she's just really sweet. Like she reaches out. And then Janelle, we keep in touch because she just keeps in touch. It's very nice. But not everybody's like that. And then you have just like kind of like, oh, you follow each other, but you don't really talk.
I would say I always have my guard up for people as well, but I also give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Like if I haven't met you, like, I see people's content and I know how different they can be in person.
Yeah.
So I always am like, I'm always willing. Like if I follow you, that means something about you I fuck with. So if, ever a time I'm in your city or vice versa, like I'm totally down to go grab a coffee and get to know you and feel the vibe out. Like I've met people and I didn't like them and you know what? I never talked to them again. Might still interact with their content, but like I didn't fuck with you in person. And I've met amazing friends that I still am in communication with who are also other creators. And I'm like, fuck yeah, bitch, I fuck with you. And we're there for each other. But it is, I feel like it is harder to maintain social media friendships because everyone is really about themselves.
And also
so they're thinking
you live
about
in different
themselves.
areas too.
Yeah, that too. But like, I don't know. Is it really, everything's about balance. So is it really like a bad thing to be all about yourself? I think that's the question. What do you guys think? What do you think?
I definitely think, for example, I definitely put me and my family first before anything. Did I used to do that? No. And I had to learn that it is okay to put you first.
Yeah.
Now there's a way to do that. There's a way to do that without being hateful and selfish
and arrogant.
Right. There's a difference. So, and you have to understand that difference. And so, for example, like if you're just all about me, and what can I get out of this person? Then
that's a different state. That's a different story.
That's way different. But as for like, needing your peace and needing your time with your family and putting you guys first, that's okay to do.
Yeah.
Because even when it comes to business and stuff like that, there's many opportunities that get thrown at me, but like if it doesn't involve my family, then I'm not doing it. Because that's my peace. That is what makes me happy. That's what makes me the most happy is my little family. And so when people say, "Oh, we want you," okay, what about my family? You know what I'm saying? It's a group thing. Like we are
a unit.
No, seriously. Like with traveling, like my dad's always like, "Oh, we should travel. We should do this, go around the world, like do meet and greets and stuff like that." Yeah, I would love to do that, but my family has to go with me because if not, I'm not going to have a good time.
Right.
But also it needs to be like when I'm ready. Right now, would I be ready to do that? No, because I feel like I'm still getting used to the life that I'm living right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also about to have a baby and like, I just want to enjoy each other right now. Like I don't want to go out and make all these big commitments right now.
But also you've kind of like lived that life with like Vine. And so you kind of already have had like a more of a taste for it than I have. And like you were on your own, you were enjoying your solitude and your, being on your own.
Because I was a lot younger too.
Yeah.
And I think there's a documentary about Pink. You know who Pink is?
Yeah, the artist.
So she had, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've never related to anything more. I had watched it just a little bit. I didn't watch the whole thing. But she was saying how she tours and travels, but her family goes with her. And if they couldn't, she wouldn't still be doing what she's doing.
Yeah.
Because that's what makes you happy. And a lot of people can imagine, they're like, oh, I have these goals in life and I want to be rich and famous and I want to do all these things. My goal in life is to be happy and my family to be happy and us to just be stable. I don't have these huge dreams and that most people have. Because also I've been through a lot. And so I'm just at a really good place and I'm appreciative of what I have. And I'm okay with living the life that I'm living. And some people are like, what? Like, you're okay with that? I am. Because
you have a nice life. Like, you have a nice home. It's clean. It's beautiful. It's big enough. You have now a beautiful car you just got the other day. You want to tell the girls about that? Because it's very cute and gorgeous, y'all.
Okay. So yeah, me and my husband recently got a Yukon. And we love her.
Oh, she's so cute.
Yeah, she's very, very cute. And, I can't drive yet. I can't drive until February, but my husband can, obviously. So it's a daddy mobile. And so it's very nice. We have a little TV in there. Greenlee can watch our TV. And then little Beat Bop has plenty of room to be beat bopping. And so
it's a happy life. It's a simple life, but like you guys have everything you need, and like you don't really want all these extra luxuries. You're taken care of. You take care of your family, and if that makes you happy, that makes you happy. I'm definitely taken care of. I have everything I need, but I want bigger and better. Like
Right.
my dream, like I think my first like real dream I ever had was when I went to the beach for the first time and I saw hotels, and I told myself that I wanted to own a big hotel one day so that I could like facilitate my family. Now, obviously, I was like in third grade, but I do want to do something like that, like where I have like the means to where I can take care of so many people. So like I do want to be very wealthy and successful in
Yeah.
my craft. Like I want to, I want to really pursue my music career. People got to know me for my silly personality and now the podcast, but my music is my biggest priority and
Right.
has always been. Like this isn't something that I started doing because I gained a following. Like this was my goal, was to gain a following so that I would have the space to promote my music when I was taking it more seriously. Like I've always taken it serious, like in the writing sense and like singing sense, but like going to LA was like a change of pace for me because I was like in like a quality studio working on a fucking $3,000 microphone, and I could hear myself sounding professional as fuck. So now I'm like, okay, well now I have a platform. Once this album is out, I'll have the space to promote it, So like I just don't want anyone to ever think like I'm influencer turns artist. No, girl. Always been an artist. You met me as an artist before you met me with anybody with a platform.
Yeah.
And we just got way off topic from boundaries, I think.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I see the comments, the reviews. It's just like two best friends rambling. And, that's really all we fucking do on and offline. Like, really and truly. We'll sit in the living room and we'll be talking our fucking asses off.
And we're just sharing our experiences too. But also, there's only so much that, people that follow us see on Instagram and TikTok. And so this gives us it gives people more of an outlook on like where we are in life and what we want out of life. But as for me as well, like, I feel like we have lived like two different lives. Like, for example, you've been able to be more independent. And so I feel like you've had more time to have like these goals and, you're an artist and you can sing and you can do all these things. And so that is your goal. And that's always been your goal. As for me, I haven't always been independent. And so when I say that, like, I'm happy with my life right now, I mean, I really am.
Yeah.
But I also I've never been the type of person, like a lot of people, I feel like they're always like, they want the next big thing and they want this and they want that. I remember being in prison and like not knowing like how I was going to be able to be like a single mom because I wasn't with anyone, and how I was going to afford to do anything, and how was I going to move out of my parents' house? And then literally I got out of prison, like all these blessings kept happening. And so I feel like I'm just very grateful for where I'm at because I couldn't even see today.
But there's also like, if anybody's got this mindset that, oh yeah, she's got followers, so she needs to have the new Balenciaga bag. Like, it's not like that. That's not what you want. That's not what tickles your pickle. Like, I would love to have that shit.
Yeah.
You don't care about that. That's not a priority to you. It's not really a priority to me either, but I would love the life of luxury, mama. But, I'm not content. And truthfully, I'm not happy with my life right now, but I'm not doing without. But like, everyone's different. Like, this brings you peace. You have a beautiful space to be yourself, and like that's enough for you. Some people it's not, and so I don't know. But going back to like people who are all about me, I don't know. It's funny to see people try to get as much as they can out of you, and like you can always tell like when they are not present in your conversation and how they always just turn it back to them. Like, that's something I had to fucking nip in the bud. Like, when I start to feel like somebody around me is just too into themselves or too me and not like being considerate or, thinking about anybody else in the room, girl, that's a boundary that I gotta fucking I gotta hold because I can't deal with that shit. Like when people are not considerate of others. Like the thing is, being an influencer or being an online personality or posting videos, like people can sit here and tell you online and try to like create this facade, like I don't care about attention. I don't want, bitch. You're full of shit. You post on TikTok. Yes, you do want attention.
Yeah.
That's just it's just the truth of it. But for me, I don't ever have a problem with sharing the floor with somebody. Like I love to get to know people and get to know their story. I honestly, like when people come to me and they start talking about TikTok and stuff, I honestly do kind of get uncomfortable because I feel like I get enough attention online that when I'm in person with people, I don't want to talk about that. I want to share the floor. So like I always try to get to know other people and their story and be there for them and listen to what they got to say. And like when I see people who are just like, look at me.
That's so crazy that you say that, because yesterday me and Gavin were at Target and the girl that worked there comes up to me and she goes, it was not awkward. It was just like, girl, like what? She comes up to me and she's like, I know you on TikTok. So like, do you just post at a certain time? Like, is it like the algorithm? And I was like, I just post. I said, but if you go through your settings, it'll tell you like when your most active time is. And she said, so you didn't go like on an algorithm? And I was like, no, I didn't. I said, but there were times where I would look at my time to know like if I should post around that time or not, just depending on like how my videos were doing or whatever. I was like, you can message me and I can try to help explain. That was weird. That's the first time that's ever happened because I've never been asked that, but it was almost just like kind of, I don't know if I should have taken it rude, but I feel like it kind of was just because
no, it's just people. I don't think it's necessarily rude. I just think that people, when you have a platform and when you're internet famous or famous in general, I think boundaries kind of go out the window for people because they no longer look at you as one of us. They look at you as you're this high and mighty being, and so they don't have to respect their boundaries. So people start asking intrusive questions and they get weird with you, or they run up in the middle of a meal and want to take a photo with you with your mouth half full. Like boundaries go out the fucking window for some reason when you are somebody of status. And so that's kind of weird. I don't think it's rude. I just think people kind of get nervous and don't necessarily know how to approach that. But like,
right.
I mean, if you need to know how to like work on TikTok, the thing is it's not promised for anybody. I will say TikTok is very good about giving everybody the same chance. If you're consistent and you're putting, relatively like something of quality out there, something will pick up. Something will pick up, but good lighting is important. The content of what you're posting is like a lot of people, they think, I can't tell you how many small town people I know who are trying to pursue careers on YouTube and shit. And they'll make like 5 videos like, so like, my name is so-and-so and like, this is what I'm going to start posting about. And like, I just don't know where to start. So like, let me know in the comments, like what you want. No, bitch, that shit's boring as fuck. It's boring as fuck. Nobody is tuning in, bitch. Nobody. You have to just go balls to the fucking wall with it. Like, be yourself, obviously, but you really got to work on the highlights. Like, you got to work on, like, capturing your best moments, your funniest moments, your most lively moments. Like, people just be getting on TikTok and they want to, like, post with an audio and they just, like, want to look in the camera and be like, yeah.
Or or the appearance thing. Honey, I get on there with lashes half on and half off, my hair looking fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Greenlee got snot in her nose. I mean,
neither of us have makeup on right now. I did not brush my hair this morning.
I'm not wearing makeup.
Right.
I got my lashes on. That's all that matters. Now, if I didn't have my lashes on, there would be some makeup on, honey. There would be, yes, but I can't even put makeup on because I just got my lashes done yesterday. But I'm liking it. Very clear skin. Thank you, CeraVe. This is not an advertisement. That's the fucking only shit I use.
Oh my God, bitch. If they fucking...
Did you tell me to start using that when I got out of prison?
I love it, yeah.
Okay, because literally...
That's just the best.
No, it's changed my life. I have not broke out one fucking time, bitch.
They have the new one that's got salicylic acid, however you say it.
I've heartburn so bad. Holy shit, it burns.
It's the coffee.
Holy fuck, it burns.
Girl, you need a Tom in that Tom.
Oh my God.
You okay?
Yeah, I just thought I was about to die. It burns.
It's the fucking coffee. That's what it is. I was having a bad earlier. Coffee's very acidic.
Holy shit. And being I only get a fucking acid reflux and heartburn when I'm pregnant, but damn.
Yeah, that coffee. You drank a whole venti coffee.
Holy shit, friend.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's okay. What was I saying?
Did you just call me honey?
I said it's okay, babe. I don't even know what I said.
You
bitch.
called me honey.
Honey, whatever.
Yes, honey.
I think we fucking rambled enough today. Okay, respect people's boundaries, respect people's time, respect people who are there for you, and try to be there for them. Loyalty is important. Respect is important.
We gotta take another break too. Friend.
I think wait, is this?
We gotta take a break.
Yeah, we gotta take a break. Fuck. Break time. Welcome back, bitches. So, we were mistaken. This is actually the end of this episode. So, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned, rate, review, subscribe, turn on them post bell notifications. Do it all. Please show it out in the reviews for us. That's how we can grow. And we want to grow with you girls. So, help us. We'll keep posting. You keep reviewing. Okay. It's a give. Okay. Please. Thank you so much.
Thank you and God bless you. We'll see y'all next week. Love y'all.